as clumsy or random as a blaster.
Oh, how clumsy of me.
Of course, there are other superfluous and rather clumsy clues.
Welcome to another Talk Word Explainer. I am so thrilled you're hanging out with us today. You know, if you're on a journey to master the English language, you quickly realize it's about so much more than just memorizing grammar rules. It's about finding the perfect words for those hilarious everyday human moments. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the meaning, origin, and real-world usage of one of my absolute favorites. We're going to look at the art and the nuance of the word clumsy. So let's just jump right in. Okay, picture this scenario for a second. Have you ever been walking along, feeling super confident, and suddenly, bam, you trip over literally nothing? Or maybe you're reaching for your morning coffee, and instead of grabbing the handle, your hand just swats the whole mug right off the table. We've all been there, right? Think about that super specific, universally awkward feeling of making a sudden physical mistake. Your cheeks flush, you quickly look around to see if anyone caught it, and you're just thinking, wow, why did my body just do that? Well, we actually need a word for that exact feeling and action. When you're learning English, the ultimate goal is finding the right tools to describe your life accurately. You don't want to just say, I made a mistake, or I'm bad at walking. You want a word that instantly communicates that temporary short circuit in your physical coordination to a native speaker. And the beautiful thing is, English has a dedicated adjective just for this incredibly human experience. All right, let's dive into the formal definition. The word is clumsy. As an adjective, being clumsy means you're awkward in your movements or how you handle things, dropping stuff, bumping into objects, you name it. When you're clumsy, it's like your hands forget how to work or your feet just get all tangled up. It's such a wonderfully descriptive word. And look, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or inherently flawed. It just means that, for a split second, all grace and coordination have completely left your body. Moving on to Section 1, moving from the physical to the abstract. This brilliantly illustrates how we can take a totally physical concept and stretch it right into the abstract social world. On one hand, you've got physical clumsiness, dropping your phone on the sidewalk or tripping up the stairs. But on the other hand, you have social clumsiness. This is when you say the absolute wrong thing at a party, or you try to make an apology but the words come out all wrong and somehow make the whole situation worse. Just like your feet can trip over a rug, your tongue can totally trip over your words. You can be clumsy with your actions, sure, but you can be equally clumsy with your emotions and your communication. Now let's look at Section 2, real-world application. To really nail this down, we need to see how native speakers actually use it in everyday life. Let's look at the first example. I'm so clumsy today, I keep dropping my pen. This is your classic physical use. You're just having one of those days where your hands flat out refuse to cooperate. Now, check out the second one. That was a very clumsy excuse. See that social shift? The excuse itself didn't physically trip and fall, right? It means the excuse was poorly constructed, super obvious and awkward, not smooth or believable at all. And then the third, he handled the delicate situation clumsily. The situation needed care and tact, but the person acted without any grace and probably offended someone in the process. Now, what's really interesting here is how elegantly we can use this word to describe complex human emotions. Take a look at this sentence. It was a well-intentioned but ultimately clumsy attempt to comfort her. Just think about that for a second. The person meant well. They had a good heart. They really wanted to help their sad friend. But the attempt was clumsy. Maybe they gave the wrong advice or, brought up a topic they really shouldn't have. It perfectly captures that feeling of trying so hard to do the right thing socially, but totally fumbling the execution. It's honestly such a highly advanced and empathetic way to use the word. Bringing us to Section 3, your turn to practice. So I want to leave you with a quick question to chew on. When was the last time you felt a little clumsy? Was it a physical trip over a curb, or did a joke just completely fail to land? Before you go to sleep tonight, try to actively build a sentence about your own life using the word clumsy. I mean, who knows, maybe our clumsy moments are actually just the universe's way of keeping us humble. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you want to dive deeper into the beautiful nuances of language, absolutely be sure to check out our companion app, TalkWord. You can listen to awesome podcast-style explainers of literally any English word on there. Keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.